2025 has finally arrived, and for the players and coaches within the PWR, a World Cup isn't too far away. But there's still plenty of league action to take in before that late August start at the Stadium of Light. After 3 weeks of rest, Trailfinders returned to action and had home field advantage. Would that tip the balance against an in-form Harlequins? Tigers may be licking their wounds from a big defeat by Quins, but with one win against the Sharks already this season, they were hungry to make it 2 from 2 at home. After 3 losses on the bounce, Lightning came back with a blast in round 11. A thundering victory on the road at Sale. But could they keep the momentum going with Sarries in town? We start though at Ashton Gate and a repeat of last season's final. Bears have already claimed victory once over the Circus this season, and with world superstar Ilona Maher poised to make her debut, we were sure to start the new year with a roar. Commentary comes from Nick Heath.
Over 9,000, we believe, have shown up here, but what about the viewers tuning in from the USA, Canada, New Zealand, Ireland, for the introduction of the Bears' newest name, the USA Eagles Olympic bronze medalist Ilona Maher, named for her debut off the bench. Sarah Beckett back in the team after injury from the end of November. Now George, little one back inside. It was right in the fingertips of Zoe Allcroft. Somehow managed to hold on to it. The 2 co-captains working in sync there. Was that knocked on in the tackle? Either way, Hannah Jones will ship it on, and now Singh against David. Singh will just step inside. The Bristol defence all looking to the outside option, and Emma Singh continuing the sort of awareness and form that has been with her all season. Aitchison feeds it in for Marston Mulhern, but she was really well double-teamed by combination of Hurd and Welsh international Kate Williams. Another player for Gloucester Hartpury who's really finding some good form. But now, the wider channels. Jazz Joyce Butchers and Millie David. And David, can she carve up from here? Millie David, the league's top try scorer, and she's got another. Bristol Bears hitting back and giving the crowd something to cheer at long last. They look like they're going with the quick tap. And Lewis, dummies right, goes left. Then it's out the back. Is that another knock-on? Well, you suspect he might go to pocket here. And they won't mind seeing the back of Claky George.
Just one, thanks.
Atkin Davis got the call from Aitchison. Now have they got numbers this side? Aitchison winds up the big one, and it is held on the outside. Joyce Butchers, oh, beautiful dummy! Sold absolutely everybody. 3 minutes to go to half-time. Bristol Bears take the lead for the first time. Zoe Allcroft does the work at the line-out. Nee Jones engages once again.
Once backwards.
It's not going anywhere. Natasha Hunt's going to be told to use it, which she's now going to choose to do. Oh, and she will dummy, and she will go for the line, and it's vintage Natasha Hunt. Co-captain of this side, and taking responsibility once again to get her side back in front in a crunch game.
Hands away! Line!
Bristol Bears have to stay onside on that try line at the back of that breakdown before they can come forwards. Another carry. Marston Mulhern putting the body on the line that time. Hunt out for Hurd. Hurd wrestling away through. Stopped short once more. Referee eyes on the prize. Hunt again. Venner dummies it once. Gets through on the outside. And it will be the finish from Rachel Lund. Well, no sooner have Gloucester got try number 2, they've worked their way to try number 3. Such is the pressure they're putting on the hosts in their own 22. Chance of Bristol around Ashton Gate. This is Maud Muir in full flight. And she will go for the line. What a score that was, what a finish from Maud Muir. It's the 4th try, it earns them the bonus point as well. Well, in her own words, this is her Ted Lasso era. The world's most followed rugby player on social media. USA Olympic Sevens bronze medalist, a beacon of body positivity, a role model to many. The Eagle takes flight. It's a PWR debut for Ilona Maher. Lund with the take, and she's immediately met by the American. Marcin Mulhern wanted to go just for the line, still under that advantage. Now they go for the line and they get there. Saron. Well, they've had to wait an awfully long time for it, but it is try number 3 on the board for Bristol Bears. Alex Matthews driving through the core of the Bears. Still going, Matthews. Now Hunt looks to go wide. Ilona Maher came forwards on it, but Hurd was able to get there. It's the bounce pass for Mia Venner, and Joe James happy. The try will stand. It's a 5th score for Gloucester Hartpury. Zoe Allcroft. Now they're able to drive around the corner. It's so effective, and they're down. Is it Brock? Well, she's winning the turnovers, and now she's scoring the tries. Gloucester Hartpury get their 6th at Ashton Gate.
Yeah, if you take the full allocation, then you're fine. You don't need to restart.
They are continuing the form that has returned to them over the last few weeks.
If she takes the full...
Emma Singh was just watching it tick above the 80-minute mark, because she can add the conversion, which ensures it brings up the 4-0 from Gloucester Hartpury. 6 tries all in all. It's been a really solid performance from the Circus in this Westcountry derby. And well, we might have seen a few more eyeballs on today's match for a particular PWR debutant, but it's the experience of the back-to-back champions that has really come into the spotlight at Ashton Gate this afternoon. Full-time score, Bristol Bears 17, Gloucester Hartpury 40.
Mo, earlier on this week, Abby Ward was reminiscing about the days when you had to pay to play rugby and you'd chip in an extra £1 if you wanted a jacket potato after the game. So how does it feel playing in front of 9,000 people at Ashton Gate?
Do you know what? It's awesome, and I just hope that we've inspired that many people to come back and watch some decent rugby. We absolutely loved it out here. Like, obviously, to all the new fans on telly as well, we hope that you enjoyed it and you're going to come back for more. I threw a little bit of a rocket, so I think I needed to lead by example in that second half. I'm getting a lot of heat from the girls saying that I need to give the player of the match to Georgia Brock, actually, because she was the one that actually got the 4 turnovers and got us back in the game. But that's what you want. Like, we want to be tested, we want to be in battles. We knew that we had so much more to give in that second half, so it was about coming out and having a reaction, and that's all you want. Like, as a captain, as a co-captain, you want people to actually like follow you into that, and we asked for a reaction from the girls, and that was an unbelievable second half for us.
I was really nervous going in, like putting my bib away and my jacket down, and then as I got in and made the first hit, I was like, oh, it's just rugby. Like, this is something that I do, that I love, and I felt very comfortable to the point where I was like, looked at the time, like, oh, give me 10 more. Give me 10 more minutes, I'm ready. My thing, I said this before, is like, if I'm what gets them to a game, awesome, but I hope that they stay and realize the rugby that's being played and they come back for another game. I think it's like getting them in the door, showing them what this is about and the level that's being played now. I mean, it's completely different than it was 3-4 years ago. It's quality stuff, and I hope these guys come back for another game just to see the environment that it is.
Fresh from their Big 16 win at Allianz Stadium, Harlequins were back in West London for a meeting with Trailfinders. Home side had had an extended break over Christmas, and it was no real surprise that Quins settled quicker. Italian prop Silvia Tarani powering over the line after just 4 minutes. More of the same soon after, despite a spirited effort from the Trailfinders' defence. Eventually the ball found its way to Spanish centre Claudia Peña, who added to the 2 tries she scored in last week's win over Leicester. From 14-0 down, Trailfinders scored 10 points of their own with tries from Kat Evans and Tyson Berkeboom. But then Quins skipper Jade Conkle burst through to score under the posts and sparked a real purple patch for the league leaders. Their bonus point try came from a moment of individual brilliance from Ellie Kildunn. The fullback chased her own kick downfield, and when the bounce was kind, she sprinted in to score. Harlequins added another try through Connie Powell, but there was still time for Trailfinders to hit back before the interval. Rory Wood with a superb offload for skipper Kate Zachary to make the score Trailfinders 17, Harlequins 31 at half-time. The home side weren't done, with their forwards starting the second period impressively. Their reward was a penalty try for the bonus point, with Queen's flanker Harriet Miller-Mills sin-bin for collapsing the maul. Yet again, when Trailfinders closed the gap, Harlequins had an answer. They went through the phases before spreading the ball out wide for Kaylee Powell to dive over in the corner. Their power up front remained key to Trailfinders' hopes of getting back into the contest, and replacement Liz Craik dashed off the back of another maul for the home side's 5th try. And when they levelled up the try count, we were all set for a thrilling finish. The forward drive stopped this time, so Trailfinders spread the ball wide, and Vicky Laughlin got it down. And just a few minutes later, an upset was on the cards. Kate Zachary hacked the ball downfield, and when Pena failed to gather cleanly, the Trailfinders skipper pounced with a superb pick-up to score her 2nd of the game. Trailfinders in front for the first time. Harlequins had the answer. After Caris Phillips finished a line-out drive, the knockout blow came with 4 minutes left. Kaylee Powell sprinting through a tiring Trailfinders defence to add the 15th try of a remarkable contest. Their 9th consecutive victory, and surely one of the toughest of the season so far. Final score, Trailfinders 39, Harlequins 46. There was plenty of incentive for both sides at Mattioli Wood's Welford Road. The Tigers were bidding for their first home win in the Premiership, while the Sharks were still searching for a victory anywhere this season. Leicester's motivation seemed the stronger as they made a flying start to the game. The first involvement of centre Meg Jones paid dividends as she ran a superb line to open the scoring. That was after just 4 minutes, and Tigers were soon over again. Sale doing their best to halt them all, only for the ball to pop out to wing Emily Henrik, who dived over. Sale had no answer to the onslaught, with Leicester dominating possession and territory. And Jones soon took centre stage again, weaving her way through the gap to score her 2nd try of the game. And a few minutes later she had her hat-trick as Tigers secured the try bonus point. Their powerhouse pack provided the platform before Meg combined with her namesake Natasha Jones to create the space for her 3rd try. In the remainder of the first half, the shell-shocked Sharks did at least manage to stem the flow of tries, almost. Just before the interval, a rolling maul was finished by Charlotte Frey for Leicester's 5th try of the opening 40. Tigers leading 31-0 at the turnaround. Things had to improve for Sale in the second period, and finally they got on the scoreboard. A spell of possession creating the opportunity for wing Sophie Hopkins to score in the corner. But any prospect of an unlikely comeback was banished in spectacular fashion, with Meg Jones to the fore once again. Her crossfield kick was claimed by the soaring Emily Henrik, with the American landing over the line for her 2nd try of the match. With that, it was job done for Tigers, but the Sharks kept fighting and struck 2 late scores. First, Katie Benson went over from close range. And then, with time almost up, lock Iona Antwis added Sale's 3rd try. Not enough to prevent Leicester finally celebrating a Premiership victory on home soil. Final score, Tigers 38, Sharks 17. Loughborough Lightning ended 2024 in perfect fashion by hitting Sale for 50 points. Chrissy Scurfield was the star of the show with 4 tries, and she was soon top of the bill again against Saracens. A superb break by the Canadian, who combined pace with power to score the game's opening try. But Sarries aren't title contenders for nothing, and they hit back strongly. A sustained spell of pressure on the Lightning line paid off when Zoe Harrison dived in. But Lightning are a side full of confidence at the moment, and their pack delivered. Red Roses flanker Sadia Cabella was making her 50th appearance for the club, and she marked the occasion by finishing a rolling maul to put the home side back in front after 19 minutes. Surrey's last outing was a thrilling win over the Bears, and they were in no mood to slip up here. The visitors went through the phases before moving the ball out wide, and Sydney Gregson dashed over in the corner. But this was a seesaw contest, and it was Lightning who struck next as the rain continued to fall. A superb break by fly half Helen Nelson, before Elev Kelter delivered the looping pass for Skirfield to add yet another try to her remarkable tally. The home side up 17-10 at the break then, and they extended that advantage in thrilling fashion early in the second half. Skirfield involved yet again, stretching the Sarries' defence before her pass was recycled to Emily Scarrett for Lightning's fourth try. They now had a decent lead to defend, and they did it impressively in the face of relentless Saracens' pressure. The visitors unable to find a response until 2 minutes from time, when replacement prop Maya Montiel muscled over to give them the losing bonus point. That couldn't detract from a memorable result for Lightning, their first ever victory over Sarries and a real statement of their progress. Despite the weather, a day to remember at Franklin's Gardens. Final score, Lightning 22, Saracens 17. Round 12 delivered memorable moments in every game, starting with an epic win for Harlequins in West London. Leicester tasted victory for the first time in front of their own fans, while a record crowd saw Gloucester Hartbury beat Bristol in the Westcountry derby. The weekend finished with a surprise as Lightning struck down Saracens. Quins stay top of the table, 2 points ahead of Gloucester Hartbury. Exeter Chiefs didn't play this weekend and now have 2 games in hand. Lightning climb to 6th in the table, while it's 11 straight defeats for Sale Sharks. In round 13, Saracens will be looking to bounce back when they entertain the Tigers. Gloucester Hartbury host Lightning, while on Sunday Trailfinders travel to Sale, before the live game on TNT Sports sees Exeter take on the Bears, which means another appearance by Ilona Maher. We'll bring you the best of the action next week, but bye for now.